Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hey, or good morning there, wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and today, their Ringside crew, this morning or this afternoon in the UK, my fans out there, love you all. To my UK brothers and sisters. Oh, we at 18 now. Oh, we're at the brink.
Oh,
we're almost there.
I'm bringing the
clue. Smell it. Oh, yeah, it's at 18 on you. Oh, no, it's not 19 yet. It's at 1 on Facebook, but 18 on YouTube.
That counts. That counts.
Brand. They're sweating. Here we go. So we have a very special guest here on Dudes at Ringside podcast. This lady is seen ringside for LWF all the time doing the videos, and she's always doing the photography. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to the one and only Lisa. Welcome to Dudes at Ringside.
Hello.
Awesome.
How are you?
I'm always adulting. That's me. I'm adulting.
I'm not.
So Lisa, so when did you start liking professional wrestling?
Well, I'll take you right back to when it all began, and I'll explain the full story for, I think, probably the majority of people here know me, but for the ones that may not do, that may watch this further down the line. So August of 2023 was the first LWF show that I took my son to. So it was like that summer. My son Toby is 9 now, but he started getting into wrestling through me showing him, like, kind of my generation was Hulk Hogan and Bret the Hitman Hart and all that. So he was watching it on YouTube, loved it from the get-go, and I'll admit it wasn't really my thing. And then it was through one of the mums at school had mentioned that she'd seen a show advertised, and it was a free show, and it was happening at our local youth centre. And we just thought, why not take him? We'd never heard of the company before, never seen it, never been to any types of shows like that. And Toby loved every minute of it. And I think so did we. And there was like all these wrestlers coming on with no idea who anybody was. But we had the best time. And then I can honestly say from that show, the rest was history. We just took him to as many as we could. And even like, because they're so cheap, we even took him to the paid ones because we just enjoyed it as a family. And it kind of brought us all together as a family as well. So we just loved every minute of it. So then as it's gone down the line, kind of like where my role has now come from, got to know everybody, got to know all the gang, and then even got to know some of the fans. Honestly, it's just such a lovely little family network. And then it was the ring announcing that kind of came up, and the lovely Amy, who used to do what I do, was given the opportunity to ring announce. So there was a space there for somebody to carry on doing the filming. And Lorna, she's part of the company, approached me and just said, I've seen your Instagram, I've seen what you can do. Feel free to say no, but do you want to give it a shot? And I was like, yeah. So we've just gone from there, and I love every minute of it. And then I'm kind of still learning, but I'm actually really enjoying it myself. I really like watching it. And I think because you're from the ringside, the guys all laugh at me because while I'm filming, I can't help but react to when they're all doing the moves and things. And yeah, so that's kind of the background roughly to how I got to where I am, really.
That's awesome. It's like crazy to think that like people don't think the photographer really has a say in what goes on in a show, because you're out there, a wrestler could pop out of the ring and then you're part of the action. You're part of the photographer. Because like you said, that one time we were talking on the Insta phone, whatever, we were messaging that the one person got hit in the head with the belt and they started bleeding or whatever it was.
Yeah,
and
that was Flash the other week. God love him.
Yeah,
like, he was fine.
what did it feel like to have that interaction? Andy's in the chat. Welcome, Andy. I love you, Andy. What up, brother? How you doing? Oh,
yeah,
that's important.
They all know me well. I like a good giggle.
We're all here. Everybody's here. And by the way, we are at 23. Sorry.
I beat the Brad.
23 people in the chat.
Yay.
Keep telling your friends, keep sharing it. So what does it feel like to like have that interactive when you're on the camera and you're videotaping?
I think as well, because we have Amber that actually does the professional photography. So it is, I mean, I must admit, I only feel like I've been doing it since October officially. And I kind of feel like now I'm getting to grips with it a little bit more, as in like I can gauge what moves are coming next from the guys and what angles to go from. And Amber's brilliant. Like we just seem to be able to naturally dodge each other. But the other weekend it was the riot. And oh my God, I didn't know where to go and what to film because there were so many of them. But I don't know. I think you just kind of know where they're going to go. You just learn it. I have had a couple of them like quickly tap me on the shoulder and just be like, "Excuse me, Lisa," and I've just known to shift. So I think you just kind of get used to it. Touch wood. No, I've not had a wrestler on my head just yet, but I'm sure it'll come.
That's awesome. So when it comes to you like being part of the LWF like family and promotion, do you ever have to prep your bag or like cell phone? Do you know that you have to delete this amount of pictures before the week of that show that you're doing?
I kind of, again, because I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not taking, I don't know if she's on, but I'm not taking all the credit. The lovely Amy is the like socials manager, if you will. Like I said, she's the one that's was doing this role from the beginning. And what we tend to do is I will film it all on Amy's phone. And then usually Amy will do all the editing. So I just kind of predominantly film it on the day of the show, and then Amy takes it off me and she will do all the editing and the uploading to all the social pages. And then I have done it a few times myself when Amy's not been able to make a show, so I can appreciate how long that takes, because I've been up till the early hours because I've just wanted the guys to get their footage as soon as possible, just so they can get it on their socials and get it out while it's all, the adrenaline's all still there for them, and get it all on their pages for them. But yeah, I predominantly just film it. So I suppose I've got the best part of the job. I just do the filming, then poor Amy's the one that has to go through it all and sort all the footage out. But that's kind of how we work it, really. But it's working. So we'll just carry on, really, and see how it goes. But I usually always have my phone as a backup. Usually.
So your cell phone doesn't do like the next day when you want to take a cute picture of your son doing something funny, and then it tells you think blah 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 is full. What?
Yeah, no.
iCloud is full. And he keeps posting, delete.
We did a really big show at Rochdale, and I think because there was just that much going on, I was like mid-film, and her phone died, and I was like, but I had mine in my pocket as a backup, so I just switched really quickly. So like I kind of was just able to get the back end of the last couple of matches. So like you said, we work it between us, and it works really well. And I love Amy dearly. Like I said, she's given me lots of hints and tips on where to position myself, and even like down to the refs that work for the LWF. Steve Grimshaw, I've got to give a little shout out to him, because when I first started doing it, he kind of gave me a little lesson on how the refs position themselves, and that kind of gave me a heads up of where to go for the best angles and things like that. So, I mean, the guys are just also lovely. They've just kind of welcomed me in with open arms, really. To say that I've gone from being a fan to now part of the fam, as I say. Everybody's great. I just love them all. They're all lovely.
That's awesome. Have you ever, because since you're like a photographer, I've seen photographers that get involved in the action. Have you ever thought of taking like a short training for anything?
No. No, I think the best thing I think that I've said to a couple of the guys that adds a layer on it, Lorna's here, she's just said the same. I think what makes it fun is because I do react, I'm still watching it. I sometimes forget I'm filming in the moment. And so when the guys edit their footage together, you can hear me in the background going, ooh, ooh, and giggling. And I just can't help it. But I think it adds a nice layer to their socials. But no matter how hard I've tried to be professional and just like, Lisa, you need to be quiet, you're filming it, remember you're filming it. I can't help it. I just get so involved because I just love watching them because they're all so good. When it was the riot the other week, Amber captured me in the background of a photograph and I was literally filming and I had my arm up in the air going, yeah, because I just can't help it. It's just so fun to be involved in that way. But I know I joked with one of the girls when we were at Rochdale and I just said, wouldn't it be so funny if like I did it from like a selfie point of view, like in the ring with one of them, following them round? That would be funny. But I don't think I've got the energy, Joe. Some of these guys I don't know how they do it. I just haven't got the energy.
It's one thing because I know I've had Amber on the podcast last year.
I love Amber.
She's a good person. Me and her, we spoke, and she's such a sweet soul, such a nice person. So
I love
sweet.
Amber. I love her to bits.
And it's so funny to have you. I have you on now, and I had her on last year. I would have been love to see her in the chat. She's probably a busy woman.
She might be working. I'm not sure, but
probably probably didn't realize she's in there. It's probably like, I'm right here. We're talking about.
No, she is, and again, like you said, it's nice. I enjoy it when she's there as well because, like, when we were in the riot the other week, I felt like I was sharing the chaos with somebody else. We were like, Godspeed.
Look at that! Like, see, they caught you.
No, Lorna, I'm being very good. It's lemonade, I'm afraid. Sorry to let you down. She always jokes that I never have a drink.
Hi, Lana. How you doing? I told you could have drank wine last night. Remember I said you could.
I know, but I don't. Let's be honest, I'm a bit boring. I don't drink at home much. I don't drink wine. I leave that to Lorna.
Lana, that's the one that's coming. Is it Lana the one that's coming to the States?
Yes, Lorna. Tory Fox.
Lana.
Tory Fox.
Yeah. Well, actually, spoiler alert: Lana, it's already seen on halfway across everybody, across the dude's pace. I can't wait to see you guys come to PPW in Slatington, Pennsylvania. You guys are gonna rock the house. I can't wait for the American fans to meet you guys and like say the name. I'm gonna have to practice saying the name.
The Lankadors. Come on, Joe, we've been practicing.
I have to practice saying Lankadors because there's a tag team, Lankadors, that attacked me in an interview. You know who you are, South Philly's finest. My knees still cringe every time I see you. But yeah, I got wrestlingly interviewed, thrown across the room because I didn't like their football team. Yes, football, not soccer, football. The Philadelphia
the Lankadors wouldn't do that to you. Lorna might, but the Lankadors won't.
Yeah, you guys need to wrestle South Philly's finest and beat them for the tag team titles, bring them back. Oh my God. Still, they beat South Philly's finest and they take the tag titles back to America. I mean, to England.
Yeah, that would be
phenomenal. Or if, let's just say, I would not want to see the brand lose the titles, but have the significantly Lankadors win the titles from the brands and bring them to PPW and title versus title. Oh my God. PPW tag titles versus LWF tag titles.
No, the Lankadors would bring them all home, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Lankadors. Not saying I want to see the brand lose tag titles, but
yeah.
Do you think maybe you could accidentally win the titles and then titles versus titles, US versus UK? You can have two managers that night. I'll be your other manager on the other side of the ring. Distracting. But yeah. What does it feel like to with this now age of social media, being able to talk to someone in the States like I am?
Oh, it blows my mind. It's amazing, isn't it? Like you said, to know that we're in a different time zone and everything. And we're talking about the same thing. It's brilliant. I love it. I'm very much an extrovert, as everybody knows. I'm just very much a people person. I'll talk to anybody. I just it amazes me that these things can be done with modern technology now. It's brilliant.
I love the brand, guys. Ryan, no. I love the brand. No, I love the brand. I want to see you both come to America. I want you to surprise me. I want the brand to surprise Dudes at Ringside and come to PPW as well. I want it to be a triple threat match. Imagine that.
I've just seen Ryan's comment.
You know how much that'll cost me to send back to the UK? $25.
No, they don't mean it.
Surcharge. But yeah.
Oh, you've upset JD as well now. Come on, you need to
JD, I love you both. I want trade. We're all gonna we all love the brand.
You'll not be on his Christmas card list if you carry on, Joe. Come on.
Yeah, everybody needs to come in a family van to come to the US, like an unchartered plane. Everybody needs to. That's what I was saying. LWF versus PPW, like the world tour, like WCW versus the world, have like PPW versus LWF. I want to see it. I want to see it happen. Maddie versus Danny Moe for the women's battle of the women's titles. That'd be like the best match. And me and Danny became buddies, but she kind of hit me with the charge on interviewing, and I'm like, that's why she left my microphone. I need to
maybe we could get Tori Fox in there. Just saying.
Maybe. Well, we have a Fireball coming soon, but she hasn't fully. We haven't. It's a fire coming to Dudes at Ringside soon, so that's a soon to be. Can I break the news now, or do you want me to wait a little bit?
It's not my show; it's yours.
Well, soon to be on Dudes at Ringside podcast from LWF. I will be having Bella Blaze. She'll be coming on Dudes.
Betty Blaze. Betty Blaze.
Betty Blaze. She's gonna burn me with that. Betty Blaze will be coming on Dudes at Ringside podcast this year to tell her awesome story. Who's Tori Fox?
It's Lorna.
Oh, Tori Fox. Hi, Tori Fox.
So yes, Lorna is Tori Fox coming to America.
Yes, that should be fun. I'm excited to. I can't wait to take the selfie with you guys. That should be That's why I love taking my selfie in the hallway, because it's always the wrestlers are walking around the hallway. Andy needs to come to the States so I could babysit his Dee have him in my lap the whole show.
The joke we've got with Andy that every time Betty Blaze's entrance music comes on, we all start doing the dance that was going around the socials. So that's what I'm hoping he means anyway.
Yeah, so there's fire in the chat now. Everybody put the fire emoji. I'm not getting in trouble for copyrighted music, but I know the song.
Yes, you know which one I mean, don't you?
Yeah, this makes a clip.
Yeah,
use this as the clip.
The fireball one, yeah, gets us all up and dancing.
Yeah, everybody's using the fire emoji.
Yay!
She's not even here. She's probably like, "Why is everybody talking about me?"
She can watch it back. It'll be fine.
She'll probably didn't even know. Probably not in the chat. Like, what happened? But yeah, it's crazy to think that like a few years ago, like before this podcast started, it's a 4-year. Today's not the 4th anniversary. It's in a few weeks, but on a Tuesday. But I'm so honored to be able to be associated with not only the American wrestling community, but what the UK community could bring to the independent wrestling scene that I've seen the past 4 years of this podcast. It's absolutely amazing what you guys do to make us happy as fans. And sometimes us fans, we're not happy. It's kind of like ridiculous. But you guys absolutely bring it down. Like, I'm an American fan and I'm watching what you guys are doing in the UK, and it's absolutely phenomenal.
I can't comment too much because I kind of only really I've not been to a lot of promotions. Kind of like if I have gone to another promotion, it's usually because we're following somebody from the LWF. And I'm not just saying this, probably they're all here, but I think out of all of them I've been to, I just straight back to the LWF every time. It's just I mean, since we started going, it was August 2023 was the first show that we went to, as I said. And even since then, I've seen the fans grow. And even though it might become, there's a lot of regular fans there, I don't think that matters because they're loyal to the promotion and they love it that much to keep going back. So it's like they're just getting bigger and bigger. And to see that grow and to know behind the scenes how much love and everything goes into creating what they do. They're so passionate, they're so hardworking, the training that goes into it, the planning. I mean, like, keep going back to the riot, it was just because I knew what had gone into the planning of all that. It just amazed me how they just all remembered to do what, when, and they pulled it off amazingly. It was such a good match. Even filming it from the ringside, I felt like I still enjoyed it as a fan. I was still like cheering, like I said, I couldn't help it. I was still cheering along with them all, and just to see what they create, honestly, it's amazing. And then you like when you go on the socials, it's just nice to feel like you've helped them with that a little bit, because my job is just a small job compared to what the rest of them do. But the appreciation that they give me and Amy for editing it as well, keep saying I don't want to leave Amy out. It just amazes me what they do. And the kids, honestly, speaking from a mum as well, and all our other friends that have got children that go there, the kids love it, and they're all shouting, and they all stay in good character. And honestly, it's just amazing, Joe. If you ever come over to the UK, you need to come and watch a show. You really do, because you'd enjoy every minute of it.
I've heard so many good things about your shows. I've seen them on the clips. Remember, I started out working out with another promotion. I don't even know if they would still do shows, but CPW was the original promotion that we would be working with. No, we didn't get paid, but we did shows with them. Like, they had wrestlers on, we did all their stuff. And you have embraced LWF. I don't know how much you guys feel, but I feel the love. I feel the hugs. I feel the embrace. I feel like the group hug after a podcast, as I'm sitting in my bed after the show, putting the thing on Instagram and looking at what I'm getting. Thank you guys. And this T-shirt, I got this in the mail, and I felt the love. I felt the group hug. I felt. Show them the back.
Show them the back. Can you get in shot? Yay!
I had to throw the polo. That's I'm a polo guy, so I had to like.
You do you.
I could have wore the red one, but I was like, it's my stripe. It's my stripey one. I gotta match my pop because my pop always gets. No, don't die. See, I had to match my pop.
That's so cute. I want one.
I got one from one of my wrestling friends. She makes pops. Be careful, don't fall. Anytime somebody mentions Dee Dee, he always creepily turns, and I'm like, stay still, don't move. Somebody kept talking about Dee Dee during one of my episodes. No, it was this female wrestler from Texas.
Wasn't Andy, was it?
Oh no, we pre-recorded this episode. I was talking about this female wrestler. She has a garbage can as her friend, like Dee Dee. Stop it. And she has a garbage can, so I mentioned Alfie, and I said, "Oh, you and Alfie would be a good match." And she has a little buddy named Dee. And every time in my head, I would look at my pops, and they would all turn, and I'm just like, and the girl's like, "What's the matter?" And I was like, "Don't my pops just turned, even the ones in the boxes." And she's like, "I don't care." And then she kept looking, and she's like, "Joe, you're scaring me. All my dolls are turning." I was like, and I'm like, she's like, "I don't even know this Dee Dee, and the dolls are freaking me out now. I want to wrestle her." And I was like, she's like, "I haven't even met this woman." And then after the podcast, she looked her up. She's like, she's a Texas girl, and she's like, "She'd be perfect for me. She's in my genre of kind of my characterism with the doll and with her friend and the doll." And I'm like, me and her will be a throwdown. She's like, she could throw Dee Dee at me. I throw Trashy at her.
Dee Dee and Trashy.
This lady comes out with a trash can with eyeballs on it. Right? American wrestlers. So improvised. Like, so improvised. Yeah.
That's the best way, though, I think, sometimes, isn't it? It's like, I mean, like you said, I know, obviously, like with, you know, I was just looking at Ryan's comment earlier. I know they don't wing it. But sometimes, like you said, things happen and they do have to improvise a little bit. And I get that, but they just do it so well. And sometimes I think a bit of improvisation works better sometimes on the night, maybe. Don't know if I'm just, they can maybe speak for themselves, but yeah, maybe sometimes that works better.
Oh, Ryan, by the way, I had one of my fellow Special Olympics athletes. I showed him your shirt, and you had an American non-wrestling fan walking around a hotel room going, "Every day I'm wrestling." So your phrase went around a hotel room, and everybody and all my teammates were singing, "Every day I'm wrestling." Even though I didn't have the shirt on because I was going to wear it if we won the gold medal that day. And my coach was like, "You're going to change your shirt?" And I was like, "It's not worth it." And I just sat there with my head down in my hotel, in the car, like the puppy that sad he left his toy at home. I was like, but my mom knows about the shirt. She was singing it. So your "Everyday I'm Wrestling" phrase has been sung like 3 or 4 times already.
No, that's a good one. I like that one.
Adding music in the later.
No. But I think as well, during the shows as well, there's been so many catchphrases created that have carried on after show after show after show. It just becomes brilliant.
Like Manny would say.
Yeah, things like that. And I think they just like, and then even just catchphrases that have been created by the fans, it just comes from nowhere and then it just sticks. I know we went to the Lancadors themselves. I know we went to support them at a show at another promotion in Burnley, and I think it was who was it? Was it Kenny B? I think it was Kenny B. And he just called us the Lankadoodles. And obviously there was a big gang of us that went. That was it then. That just stuck for ages and it's still there now. So like the fans that they call them the Lankadoodles, it's just that just came from nowhere.
The Lankadoodles.
Lankadoodles. And then when we went to go and watch them, because there was a big gang of us, I think it was Andy's wife. She created T-shirts for us all that had like Lankadoodles on tour for last year, and it was honestly it was amazing to see us all together. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. Just things like that. They're all backing me up now.
But they're all saying it. They were like, "Joe looked good in a Lankador T-shirt," and I'm like, "Oh gosh, here we go. Brand's gonna get mad." Or I'll be wearing the brand T-shirts. Don't know when, but I have my random T-shirt today, so I'll probably wear it because I've been under the weather, fans. I've been having a little bit of a stomach bug, so I haven't been going to work. I missed work on Saturday, so I did a show yesterday with these 2 young kids from Philadelphia. Which, if anybody in the chat from the States is ever in America, definitely go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and go to Suplex. There's a store called the Suplex City. Suplex. It has all the old school wrestling T-shirts that you can't find anymore, and they have all kinds of wrestling title belts that you could buy, and all the old WWF toys that you can never find anymore. You could buy them all there and stuff like that, and they're really good people. They had me. I actually, this is what made me even cooler. They're a really famous store in Philadelphia. Like the owner, he thought that was amazing. I called their store legendary. He's like, "Oh my god, you just called me legendary." But you should definitely, anybody, and when you guys come to the States, definitely check them out. They're a really, really cool store.
See, we don't have a lot of it in the UK. It's a shame, really, because I think we call it football, don't we? You guys call it soccer, but I just feel football, it just takes over everything over here, and I hate that. Even like my son Toby, he's never been a football fan, never got into football, but he loves his wrestling. And I think the things for kids to do with wrestling is few and far between. So I think obviously, I mean, I think once you get into it, like obviously once I started following the LWF, and obviously there are a lot of promotions. I know that, but I think it's just because obviously we fell on the LWF, and then when they have a training unit that's not far from us, and we actually helped them to renovate that, me and my husband, and they were able to offer training to kids as well. So just little things like that as well. That's kind of, once you know it's there, and then Toby absolutely loves it, and he's so passionate about it. Like the fact that at Christmas he got a grappling dummy and he's got a crash mat, and he's forever doing it in my conservatory at home. Just like it just never
You gotta be
stops.
so careful with that because.
Don't worry, it's safe. Don't worry. We're always here watching him.
I'm over here in the States, not even knowing the kid like that, going, be careful, little guy.
Don't worry. I'm always keeping my eye on him. He's not silly. But it's just the fact that, like you said, there's so many football clubs and football groups, and like even the summer holidays when our kids are off school in the summer, they have 6 weeks off in the summer. There's so many football clubs, but you don't get anything wrestling orientated unless you know where to go, if you know what I mean. So I think, like you said, when we fell on the LWF, and now that they offer the kids, and Lorna started doing children's parties as well, and she also does adults, but predominantly it started off with the kids' parties, which are brilliant, by the way. It's like going to watch a mini show. I mean, I just like going like, can I film for you? Just so I can be there. It's brilliant. So they'll put on a few little matches for the kids, and then obviously they'll have food, and they get the kids doing very basic moves depending on if the kids are into wrestling and they've ever done it before. Just things like that. I just think it's great because there needs to be more of that for the kids that do, and the adults, but predominantly for the kids as well. So that's another thing I like about the LWF.
Awesome. I think that you guys are doing a fantastic job in LWF. Are there any dream wrestlers? Well, I have the brand in the chat, so and almost a lot of the people in there. But is there any dream wrestlers that you guys want to see come to like tag teams or solo wrestlers that you've been watching in the UK?
Well, I suppose it's hard for me because, again, I don't know. I'm still kind of learning who everybody is. I don't really know a lot of them outside the LWF. So I feel I'm not a good person to ask, really, because I'm just kind of like LWF all through and through. So I don't know. I mean, we had a tag team called Hack and Slash. They've been on once before, and they were on the other weekend, and they were actually against the Brand, and they seemed to come across really, really well. They were a good match. Because I don't know if you realise now, Joe, but the Brand are now face now. They are no longer heels, technically.
Yeah, I saw that.
Have you seen? I know.
Yeah, they're not heels anymore.
I don't know how I feel about that. So I just feel a bit like, I don't know. I know obviously the promotion wants to get new people coming in. Like I said, they've got a few more people coming in that I'm not.
No need for outsiders, Ryan said.
Yeah, we've got enough going on.
Alexa Bliss for LWF. That would be, oh my God. That means you want our precious Maddie to lose the belt to a former WWE superstar? No. We want. I say this. You should and I'm an outsider. Let's have Maddie. I just said Andy. Give Andy the women's title. I think he'd be like, "This is mine now."
I'm sure he'd give it a go.
Like, I got it, girl. Give him a wig. Give him a wig. He's in.
I think Lewis is still in the chat. I know Lewis goes to a lot of promotions. He's probably a good shout for knowing who will be
like
good.
I put in the chat either Kiara, which Kiara is like my original. As you know, Kiara is the original reason we got into the UK. I got into the UK
yes,
scene.
Yes, saying yeah.
Kiara is a perfect English. I swear it's my first language. She'd be a perfect person to bring in from on the outside because she's been everywhere in the UK. And you mentioned Kiara, they're like, oh yeah. She got to be a face or a heel. But certain promotions she's new in, and they see her heel work, and they're like, bring her in as a heel. She wears a veil, a black veil. She wears these little black gloves that only go up to here and past her thumb. And she goes after the kids. She'll like,
Brilliant.
oh my God, what's that? She's like the posh, like snooty, rich girl. So they calls up to the kids and goes, oh my God, what's that smell? Maddie versus Kiara. Oh my God, yes. See,
I told you Lewis would come through. I knew he would.
Am I right, Lewis? Kiara is like the perfect Maddie. Oh God, who else would you want to see Maddie face? I know I want to see Maddie versus Kiara. Maddie versus
me.
Oh geez. Oh
no.
God, you ready for that?
No.
You don't want to get insulted by Maddie? I don't know.
I joke with the guys that I can just about get myself stepping into the ring, let alone do anything else while I'm in it.
Oh, we got some other friends in there. Hey, what's up? Welcome.
Hi, Riley. Lorna's saying me. No.
We're at 31 people right now in the chat.
See? I bring the people. They do really like me.
Oh, God, we got more.
Maddie versus Tori, Emma. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Wrestling mum and wrestling daughter. That would be very interesting.
Tori, I'm wearing your T-shirt to the PPW show, right? I'm wearing the LWF T-shirt.
I'm should wearing be front row, I hope.
Yeah, of course. Joe Panther III. I have to sit front. My name is Joe Panther III of Ring Dudes because wrestling. Some wrestlers make my promo. Oh, here. We got. Here
we go. He's giving you a list.
We got a list. The wrong one. That went too fast. Boom. Oh my gosh. Maddie versus Lizzie Avo. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Maddie versus Riho. You want to see Maddie get taken away in an ambulance? Are you kidding me? Riho is dangerous. I'm scared. I love Riho. Oh, Maddie versus her friend. Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh, Harley Hudson. Yes, that's another.
Oh, I know Harley is.
She's
down with it on
my
that
dream
one.
list. I actually screwed up with her. I definitely want to make up with her, and maybe someone could be like, "Please do it." Oh my God, Riho will be easy on her. Easy. Riho will be sure. Riho is. Have you watched Riho's matches? Scary. I wish you could do a close up.
I'll never forget as well. I went to one of the promotions that I went to support the Lancadors. Maddie was there, and it was just me and Toby. And I went with Andy and some of the other guys. And we'd never experienced this before. And I remember Maddie coming out of the curtain, and me and Toby were like, "Way!" And she was like, "Shut up!" And we kind of went, "Ooh," because she was playing heel. Oh my God, that was brilliant. Because we didn't know. So that was quite early on when we first started going to shows and following them around. And I was just like, I've never experienced this before. I don't like a mean Maddie. What's going on? And then I think one of the other guys, Clash, he was there and he was playing a heel as well. And I was just like, I'm not down for this. I'm not used to these guys being bad guys. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see if Maddie came to the States and came to PPW and she was a heel. What do I do now?
No, I know. I mean, like you said, we still kind of like tried to cheer for her a little bit in a way, but Toby's face was a picture at the time. He was like, because obviously Toby was still getting into all the wrestlers and who they all were, and it was just that look of sheer like, oh, I should, okay, do I cheer for her? Do I not? It was funny to watch.
Yeah, it's crazy because like as someone said, Maddie versus Alfie, that already happened in LWF for the title, right? Am I right?
I can't remember now. Don't think it was for the title, was it? I have to jog my memory. No, that was Lily Winter. That was Lily Winter against the title for the title when she won it.
And then a few days later, I get an Insta call from Maddie saying, "Can I come back on the podcast and let's do a celebration?" And I'm like, I'm always for a party. So it's got to go.
LWF is a party.
I like partying, so I'll be like, my teenage Joe goes, "What kind of beverages do I have? Do I have to ask my mom to make a pot of rice and beans?" Like, Do I have to ask the dad? Do I have to ask Papa Panther to move the DJ equipment a little closer to the dudes at Ringside Studios? And we're gonna, Maddie be like, we didn't see. I can. Oh, Lily Winter is the best. Yeah, but she's still on dudes at Ringside. Has
no,
not.
David. No.
He still hasn't answered my messages. Everything from her goes into her request.
You can say the Baker Boys are here. You need to get the Baker Boys on.
Baker Boys. Yeah, I saw them. We got to Baker Boys. We got to talk. Send me a DM soon. We got to continue talking, brother.
They need to talk about the bread line. Yeah, they all know what I mean.
Well, Baker Boys. Remember, May is tag team month, and all the Sundays in May are always from my UK fam. So any British tag teams from anywhere in the UK scene that want to come on Dudes at Ringside to show you talk about all your fun talk. That's why there's bread in the chat. I was wondering why I saw bread. I'm like, why are we giving money? Is this the UK currency again? I'm like, what are we doing? I love these guys. I love all you people in the UK. You guys always make me smile. You guys are always really
cool. It's what we do.
You guys make me happy. I wake up every morning like to go to work, and I pray that I have something in there, and it never fails me. I get my alarm and I turn it off, and I resist looking, so I have to get out of the shower as I'm walking up the stairs, and it's like 4 messages. I'm just like, I am loved. Like,
it's a nice feeling.
Yes.
I'm just reading some
another here we go, another one.
I think that'd just be a straight no. I was telling you about Ace before we came live. Ace is the one that does the most phenomenal spear on the planet.
I guess he would have to really practice with me because I have ADD, so I'll be like, he'll be about to spear me, and I'll get distracted by a very pretty lady in the crowd, a British girl. She'll do this, and I'll be like, what? And then my colors will catch my eye, and I'll turn my head, and then the spear will go wrong, and I'll be like, I'll get thrown in the air.
You'll need to watch some of his socials. The spear is I love his spear. It's so good. But again, he's another one. He's another one where all the chants have come from nowhere, and he's such a good heel. He's such a good heel. He's really, really good. He's good at what he does. I really do like Ace. As much as he's a bad guy, we love him. We love to hate Ace Wheeler.
I could already hear it now. He takes my glasses. You think you're a celebrity, you damn American.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where'd they go? And then I turn around, spear.
Yeah.
Right out of my shoes.
And then if you need to get the Pac-Men on if you can as well. I was telling you about the Pac-Men. If it's tag team month, the Pac-Men.
Yes, May is tag team
month. I love the Pac-Men. I love them to pieces. You'd really enjoy them too. I think they'd be really good ones for you. Really good.
I definitely want to work on having more. I'm trying to get more American wrestlers, but I'm trying to get more fresh blood from the UK scene on the Dudes at Ringside podcast this year. Mm. It's kind of crazy to think that we've existed for 4 years, and I don't feel like it all the time, but I feel like I've helped the UK scene get more of a fresh touch, fresh coat of paint.
Yeah.
When is British Wrestling Month? That is in September. No, that's August. UK Wrestling Month is in August. That's when it is. But that's difficult for me because I always have to pre-record it the month before because I have no way of going at 2:30 p.m. every single day because I have a day job that I work till 3 p.m. So we would be going live at 4 every day, every recording day.
They're all commenting about the Bland. I think I might need to tell this tale.
The Bland, there we go. Okay.
The Bland is me and Andy.
Oh, jeez.
Basically, one show we turned up and Andy was wearing the same jacket as me. And it was me that shopped in the men's section, not the other way around. I'll just vouch for Andy on that one. And I don't even know where it came from, but we had a photograph taken, and we were both doing the brands, you know, like when Ryan and Josh do the little things, and it just spiraled from there. So then we got the belts and everything. So we are an unofficial tag team, the Bland. I'm Rita High.
Where did Andy get that tag team title? Because I'm jealous.
We just made it up.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I saw the tag team title on his Instagram, and I'm like, I could always add another like little tapey and put like the LWF tag title like right there, like in the background. That's a lot to ask for. But before we go, I know we have a lot of people in the chat right now, and my day is full. I'm like having fun.
You're
I love this.
Busy man.
You're such an awesome guest, and I'm so glad I can't wait to have you back on in a future episode. Definitely want to work with you again.
Oh, definitely,
we'll work on a future date to have you back on. Maybe have you and some of your buddies on. But if there was any kids that wanted to do be a photographer or wanted to get into anything that you do, what kind of advice would you have for them?
I don't know really. I think for me, because I have my own Instagram page anyway. How it started off with that was when we moved into the property that we're in now. It was kind of like documenting, like doing my house up and things like that. So it started off with that, and then it kind of spiraled into just genuine life, really. So I would definitely say kind of like dabble in social media editing, things like that, because I'm still learning now. But kind of like, it was Lorna and the gang that kind of said, like, we've seen your Instagram and we like that you do similar ways to how we work. So it was kind of a chance. I think it was just kind of the right place at the right time for me. I was very lucky. But I would kind of just say, just if it's something you enjoy, just keep doing it. And then don't be frightened of actually asking if it's something that you wanted to do and they don't have anybody, or if it's like, if somebody's sick, I could maybe stand in. I can do this. I can edit. I don't mind walking around the ring. I'm not scared to get up close. Just have a conversation, really. But I was very, very lucky. I know that it was kind of like right place, right time for me. And I'm really grateful for that, because I think if Amy hadn't have stepped to go into ring announcing, I wouldn't be where I am now. So I kind of thank Amy for that as well, because like you said, and Amy's doing so well ring announcing. It's just nice that they let everybody move around, and somebody else can come in. So yeah, no, I would definitely just say, just ask. If it's something they can only say, what's the scariest thing that can happen? They can say no, and then you can just move on to somebody else maybe. But no, I really enjoy it. I love it. And I can't thank them enough for trusting me not to wreck the show footage.
Oh gosh. But Lisa and everybody here in the LWF chat, or everybody in the chat that came in, thank you so much. Coming in, flipping around the time, because I know you guys are on a different time zone, and I'm so sorry about that. Time zones.
Oh, don't worry. It is what it is. It's fine. People still came. They still came.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Lisa, thank you for coming and choosing Dudes at Ringside podcast. It's your first podcast you've ever been on.
So, I know. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
I'm Joe Panther III.
And I'm Lisa.
And we will catch you in the next one.